What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? We're gonna get this thing started. Just kind of want to go over some indicator stuff. Um, yeah, just things that I've broke in the past, and set up indicators wrong, and then you feed the database the wrong thing, and then you miss trades or stuff like that. But hello to everybody in the chat. And yes, couldn't have done this without the community. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I'm learning stuff from you guys, man. You guys keep sharing these good indicators and all of this awesome stuff. And yeah, it's been going good. Yeah, I know you guys are wanting that secret sauce bot. Just trying to work it out. I mean, it was doing so well, and then not so well. So obviously, we're not going to release something we're not comfortable with. I mean, it rocks. I'll say that. But yeah, I want to be like really sure. And we want everything to look really good. I mean, there was a while there we didn't miss a single trade. So it's going great. We're getting there. Like I said, there's a team working on that one. So I got some smart people on that, smarter than me. All right. So let's get this thing started. I want to talk about the 3-hour dots, right? Where's the old Discord? Come on over here, Discord. Let's see. This bad boy right here. Oh, here we go. Bam. Crypto Fusion bot. Okay. So I made these alerts public for everybody on the 3-hour dots, and I'm going to show you what I did wrong. It's been fixed, but as some of you noticed, there was some stuff that was definitely wrong. So give myself a little, little boost here. So what I did is I put these into the system, okay? And that way, we could run this this alert, or this this trading strategy here. So with that said, when I made, let me scrunch this down. I got a lot of stuff spread out on my screen, so and sorry, I was reading other messages too. So what we wanted was like 3-hour green dot, bam, right? And then a 12-minute money flow cross, boom, right here, right? So that's what we were looking for. And I think a few people missed this trade, but that happens. That happens. So yeah, money flow. I'm sorry, green dot hit right here, and then it would have you would have entered the trade right about here. Right, so actually, man, that would have been, sorry guys, that would have been great, man. That was like a 4% move. So that's how that one's gonna work, right? So what I did is I came to the 3-hour, and I built these alerts, okay? And so on these alerts, you see I have this down here with the ticker. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this today too, for other alerts. And basically I have it going for 36,000 seconds, and that's 10 hours. So I had it set to once per bar. Now that does work with a lot of alerts. I've used it a lot. That's actually why I kind of went to it. But with an alert such as this, it did not work out. It was actually giving false readings, and I want to explain why, so that way when you guys are building your own alerts, you can understand, right? So here we are in the 3-hour time frame, and this was the green dot, right? So we have a green dot is nothing more than the blue wave crossing up on the dark blue wave, the light blue wave crossing up, right? So if we go to this small red dot, small green dot is blue wave crossing up, right? It's really that simple. So crossing down, crossing up. Okay, so if we do the once per bar, all right? And I'm gonna do my best to explain this. This candle right here, okay? Let's stretch this bad boy out. All right, this candle right here, as you see, it had, you know, had a wick. It was up and down. This candle right here is definitely one that could cause the issue. So we told it once per bar, I want to know when this crosses up or down. Okay, so let's say this blue wave cuts in, right, and it goes boom, it fires a green, you know, a green alert. Okay, but let's say in the same exact candle, or actually that candle's done now, okay, because once per bar, that's it. So if before this candle confirms we lose this green dot and the blue wave continues to come down and we don't cross, then the database is still going to think there was a green dot and it's still going to think that that alert is still there, right? So what I think happened is, I think on this candle right here, okay, the wave did cut in, okay, and then came back out on this candle, which caused it to shoot a red alert, okay, and then that was it, right? So basically we were stuck with a red instead of a green, all right? And I know the logic is just kind of, it's hard to explain, I guess. Hopefully I'm doing an okay job here. But so as soon as this cuts in, if we say once per bar and it actually cuts and breaks, it's going to send it right away. Well, we might have 2 hours and 45 minutes left in this candle. You know, there's a lot that could happen here. So what I did is I changed it to once per bar close. Okay, so as soon as that candle boop, confirms, right, and now we're right here, it's going to just look, you know, it's going to wait till it actually closes, so that way we're guaranteed to have the cut. Okay, so just remember that when you're setting your different trades, when you're setting up your own alerts. I just thought that that was really important to do. So hopefully that makes sense there, right? I'm just checking chat and different things just to see. Any questions come up on that? So that's basically what happened when we went into the, and here we went to confirmations, the confirmations values, and these were off, right? These were not correct. That's basically what happened. So they weren't reading correctly. Red dot, green dot, right. So yeah, see, some of these have nulled out. Okay, now as I said, these are not nulled out yet. They will be, and they'll probably run a little longer than they're supposed to, because I went in and fixed the database today a couple hours after we already had our green dot. So this will probably run a little bit longer, but just so you guys know. So yeah, just remember that when you're setting your alerts. I really, you know, if you have the 1 minute, definitely use the 1 minute and set them up and make sure that they, you know, work where you want them to. You know, like this multi-divergence indicator that was shared. I think it's great. I really like it a lot. I think with the right confluence, this could actually be really powerful. You know, you just need to make sure that, you know, set it up on the low time frames and just do like a test. You know, you don't have to actually send an alert in, but just make sure, you know, you set a sound and you can look back. I actually did it today for somebody that I was helping out in the Discord. And I'd actually like to go over that one too. So, yeah, so in the Discord, there was an issue with one of the alerts. Let me see if I can find it. So, man, it might be like buried. I do miss a lot of your guys' comments. I'm sorry about that in the Discord. Even when I'm tagged sometimes, because I click on the channel and I try to scroll through it, you know, quickly and try to pick out, you know, what I can answer, what I can help out with. And, you know, there's just so much chatter in there. So I'm okay with you guys DMing me your questions and stuff. Just, you know, be patient, which you guys are, so I appreciate that. And I'll do my best to get to you guys and help out. I'm just scrolling through right now. What was the name of the indicator? If I can get the indicator on the chart. Oh yeah, right here. Boom, here we go. So someone just had a question about this one, right? It's just a buy sell indicator. Let's get rid of that for now. And squish down market cipher. Sorry, buddy, I'm gonna squish you up there. There we go. All right, he'll be all right. Crypto face don't mind. He can handle a little squish. It's good. So this was one of the indicators to buy and sell. Okay, so I am not a coder. I am not a PineScript guy, right? I'm gonna let you all know that right now. If you hit me with a PineScript question, I'm probably gonna refer you guys to somewhere else or someone else because I'm just not a coder. All right, I deal a lot with logic of how the bot functions, you know, how indicators function logically, you know, trading strategies, you know, those kinds of things. I gotcha, hopefully. All right, so when someone was doing this buy alarm, okay, and it, you know, whatever you're gonna do, I recommend once per bar close so it actually confirms. But they were just trying to set up an actual confirmation on this, right? So, you know, just for example, right? I'm not going to actually do this, but just for an example, if I wanted to add this 1 minute, obviously it wouldn't be money flow, right? It would be the buy signal, right? And they were trying to set this up, okay? Except for they had, let me grab it from here because it had this ticker, right? The symbol, the ticker, okay? So what this is, and I do always recommend copying and pasting from the website, but those of you who are building your own custom stuff, this is going to be really important for you to understand, is this ticker. This ticker basically looks at the chart that it's on, right? Well, obviously inside of PineScript somewhere, these alerts have to be told, like, to look at the chart, okay? So if that's not coded into this, it sends this information to the database like null. It just doesn't, because it sees ticker. It's like, okay, what's a bracket ticker coin? Okay, now all of my stuff that I set up, I always use the ticker and I don't have issues. But if you use this and you don't, what I had to do in this situation, and I always try to do caps, BCT, what are we on, USDT, right? So that way it knows exactly which chart I'm on, okay? And that's how we were able to fix this indicator where we could use it. All right, so that was just something else I found today that, you know, might help you guys out. If you have an EMA line from a specific EMA indicator that just won't, it doesn't seem to feed the database, and every time you go to check the values it says null, right? But you know it's fired recently and you know it should be there, I would just check that. You know, I would just try and put the coin on there and see if that works for you. So that's just something else that, you know, can help out. I'm going to cancel that so that way we don't make that. And so, wow, this thing gives a lot of signals. So let's get that off the chart. So hopefully that made sense. Let's see. When like the 12-minute money cross once per bar, also other indicators, would you add to it? All right, so some of you guys are having some issues with the code. This is actually what I'm not as strong in. I've just learned how to use it for sure. So let me answer this question here. So like the 12-minute cross on bar close. So what I was doing, there's different options. I want to give you guys some options, right? Okay, come on back down here. You can breathe now, Market Cipher. Take a breath. All right, so what we got going on here is a money flow cross. Boom. Okay, so you could just take that as is, right? Or you could add different confirmations, like have we had a green dot within this amount of time? You could take this, you know, like is money flow on the lower time frames coming up, or is there a bullish divergence on the 1 hour? You know, it's like the momentum coming up on the hour, you know, different things like that, right? So you could add all kinds of confirmations to this, like Market Cipher A, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I think on a bigger time flow, you know, like, so you could use the green dot. It looks like this one's actually behind, so you would actually miss that. But you could do, like, if I've had a green dot recently and I cross this, you know, this usually means like continuation of the trend, you know, a bullish continuation, and we're crossing over. You could take that as well. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with that one there. So what I was doing on, I'm trying to remember my money flow cross. Oh, what I was running on that for a while. Oh, I was doing the 3 hour. Yeah, it's right here in front of me. Boom. So if money flow crosses on the 12 and we've had that 3 hour green dot recently, then I want to take that trade, right? So that's really the one that I like. I like leaning on higher time frames for trends. You know, the trend is your friend, right? Isn't that what we just talked about in one of Jay's videos? So I know sometimes we try to grab the bottom and we try to, you know, make things, you know, we try to like grab the trend reversals, you know, because we're trading reversals at levels and different things. But this would just be a confirmation, even though we're in a downtrend. If I've got a 3 hour green dot and I've got 12-minute money flow coming up, I mean, I'm expecting something, right? Like, that's just powerful, you know? Like, you would have gotten in here, you would have gotten a tiny bit of drawdown here, right? But then boom, you know, this is looking good, right? So that's what I would do for the 12-minute. Let's see, adding the value column in the custom confirmations is a great idea. Absolutely. We can let's see, can we retry the count? Okay, I see what you're saying. So in the Discord is where I get that. I have actually not used this one before, ever. This is a feature I haven't used. So yeah, so let me just find it real quick. Hope everybody's doing good on this Thursday. So under announcements, can't even see my own video. There it is. All right. I'd like to see what I'm showing you guys here. So this is a test market. Here's an example, a retry count. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is the script you want to add, okay? This little piece right here. So we are going to be adding this in here. So when you come here and you know you pick one of your bots, right? Let's just say, you know, doing a little bit of SSS botting, right? And I can label it, call it what I want. And I'm going to go long and all this stuff. Eventually we're going to be adding in just a click a button like, boop, I want to do the retry and I want to do it this, and we'll have it built in, okay? But we are kind of adding some of these features in at high speed and want to, you know, put them out there for you guys that want to use it, right? So you're going to have to make sure that this fits in correctly, Okay. So I would look at this layout to understand what's going on, and make sure that you have everything done correctly. And what I would recommend, right? Let's just say this is my trade. Oh yeah, we're gonna leverage like crazy. 15x. Watch out. All right, come here. So here's my script, right? So I can take that, and I'm gonna come back over to Discord. I see this right here. All right. What you can do, there's a little squiggle line next to your number 1 on your keyboard. You hit that 3 times. You see those dots. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that. I'll start over. Hold on. This is why I like seeing what I'm showing you, right? Okay. Little squiggle line next to your number 1. Hit it 3 times and then JSON, right? Oh, whoop, hold on. Sorry. Not caps. All right, you see how it turned green? And then I'm going to shift enter down. I'm going to paste that code in here. I'm going to shift enter, and I'm going to hit that 3 little squiggle line 3 more times. So what this is going to do is it's going to let Discord know that this is a JSON script. Okay? That's what this does. And it just kind of helps you a little bit. It's not perfect, okay? But if I were to, like, add some kind of like broken quotations, it doesn't work anymore. Okay, it's not perfect. Sometimes you can do different characters that shouldn't be there like this, but you see how it broke the ones below. So just do your best to get this right. Like I said, we're going to build it all in anyway. But let's go back. Actually, oops, that's not where I wanted to go. So this was the announcements. So I would copy from here up to this. There's a required indicator. So let's try this, right? See, I'm not even sure how this is going to work out. Yeah, that didn't even work. So see, this is where this gets like kind of iffy. So let's come here. Let's go to my signal. I want to add an actual confirmation. Oh yeah, we're going bullish. Oh yeah. There we go. So now in my script, I'm going to have that down here. And now I can copy it in. And let's scroll up. I know this is getting into the weeds. For some people, this is too much. So there's a required indicator right there. So I believe we would do this, come down, and paste. And that right there. There, see, I would have to ask Borf switch. It looks like, here we go. It does look like it. My brain's churning, trying to get it right. There we go. Sometimes you gotta play with it. That's why we're gonna build it all in. But then there we go. So I'm gonna try 3 times, and I want to try 3 times for the next 360 seconds, right? So it'll try, it'll wait this long, it'll try again, it'll wait this long and try again. And each time it waits, it's going to come back to the charts and it's going to go, oh, well, you wanted the 4-hour bullish. Are we 4-hour bullish? Yep, we're looking bullish. We're not bearish. And so that's how that would work. So that would be the retry. So this is actually built in. This helps a lot, especially when you guys are like, hey, if you want to check out my code, let me give this to you, right? When you send it to someone, if you send it to them in this pattern, right, this format, these things right here don't mess it up, because sometimes if you notice, if you copy and paste, these little dashes and underlines are actually commands for other Discord stuff, like making things bold or doing different things to the text. So, all right. So that's where you got to make sure, like, you're comparing your scripts to the way the examples are to make sure everything works good. So hopefully that's helpful. I know that's not the most exciting thing to stream about today, but I was really thinking about you guys and indicators, and everyone's just being so creative. I want to help you guys get your indicators in and looking good. So let me know if you guys have questions. So yeah, once per bar close. So to talk about that again with the money flow exactly, okay? Let's just say money flow right here, right, comes up once per bar close, okay? And we're looking at this candle right here. So this little guy right here. Can you guys see that? Let me get this out of my way. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, this little candle down here at the bottom. All right, so in this candle, if this money flow came up and crossed once per bar, it's going to be like, oh, it's green, it crossed. Well, if in the same candle money flow came back down below, one or two things are going to happen. One, depending on your alert, it's going to think money flow is green, because if you just like, oh, once per bar, let me know if money flow turned green, and then my bot now knows that money flow is green. That's not going to happen because it flashed green and then came back down. So your bot is stuck with the green indicator thinking it's, you know, green, and it's not. Okay. The other thing that's going to happen is you're going to take your trade and then it came down and then it actually closed the candle under, and money flow is just going to come back down. And so technically when you come back to look at Market Cipher, you're going to be like, well, it didn't cross. Well, it did in that one candle a little bit and then came back. So that's one of the behaviors to pay attention to when you're talking about once per bar close versus once per bar. So hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, the triple squiggle thing. I'm sure there's a ampersand kind of name for that key. I just don't know it. I'm positive Borf Switch would know what the name of that key is. And I'm really surprised you guys are hanging with me. It's not like exciting, you know, we're not like building some crazy indicator, you know, we're just going over stuff about the bot. So please hit me up with some questions. This will be a little bit of a shorter stream, but I'm definitely going to hang for just a few more. And yeah, we'll see what's going on. You guys have been sending me all kinds of indicators here. Auto closing a trade. So last time I used this was back when this is gonna, you know, some of you guys are gonna be like, what? But the bot used to run on Femex, and that was back when I used to trade on Femex with the bot. So in the future, that will, you know, probably become, yeah. Obviously, we're gonna support other exchanges. So let me go to the auto close. Okay, let me see. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So let's take this, right? Scoot the chat over a little bit. Okay. And can I like squish it down? There we go. All right. So what's most important about this auto close is going to be this right here. You guys see that? It says close. That's going to be what is most important. You can't just send this to your, like, you know, your signal indicator. Like when you come here, and guys, we're gonna put all this on the website. You know, just be patient with us. There's just a lot of changes going on, which is fantastic. We're letting you guys test a lot of stuff that's, you know, not built in yet. But so you see this, how this says signal. This would be your trading script, right? You go to confirmations, you come up to web. You see this says indicators. So that's going to be the first, and first thing you need to make sure is that you're sending it to this, which he just has the URL here, and then has the auth, and then it would be your auth token. Okay, which it stops right here. This would be what you need to have with your token. It looks exactly like this, except for this is what's changed. Okay, so what you would do if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to, this is going to be kind of hard. I wanted to keep this on the screen. Here, hold on. Let's take this out. Bam. Let's text. Paste. There we go. And let's make it a little bit smaller. There we go. All right. So just so you guys have this to look at, and let me grab this. Copy here. Let's do another text box. Paste. That's fine. All right. So whatever your auth token is, you would just put at the end of this. It's all that craziness you got going on at the end of your URLs. Okay. So let's say I wanted to take a long on my good old money flow, right? And then I wanted to close on the next blood diamond. Okay, let's just say that's what I wanted to do, right? I would take my long on the money flow cross, and then the next like blood diamond, boom, I'm gonna sell out. So let's just pretend we did it right here. Would have crossed over, I would have come up, I would have come up, and then I'm gonna close my trade on this candle. All right, it's just an example. You guys could do this on anything. You could have a line, that you do it on. So so you would just right click, add the market cipher, blood diamond. If you're going to close a trade, I mean, obviously only once would be the way to go. And then this right here, since this is my indicator, right, you could do it this way if you want. Close. It has to be exact. So you're going to want to make sure it's exact. Okay. And then you could just type close trade. All right. And then we're going to take our information. Come back here. Okay. So obviously this has this extra stuff in it. So let's copy it out. Here, hold on. Let's do this. Scoot over here, sir. Give me this text. And let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so we're just going to label it, and you can, say I'm closing my, money flow cross, long, whatever, and then you're going to mark it out, and you're going to mark it out the balance position of what's like left, right? So whatever I have open, I'm going to close 100% of it on my blood diamond, okay? And then this would be your side, right? If I'm in a short, I want to buy. If I'm in a long, I want to sell it, all right? And then you're just going to dump that in just like this. So let's copy it. Just like that. Okay. So now on the blood diamond, it's going to try and close my position. So If I set it up this way only once, I know that I have a trade open. I know when I want to close it, it's going to fire once and that's it. If I did this, every blood diamond, it's going to try and close whatever trade I have open on these coins. So that's going to be up to you and your strategy on, you know, what you've created and what you want to do. The detail about the ticker. Yeah, I'd be glad to do that. All right, so let me see. So most of these I actually type the coin in, but a few of these I've done this, right? When I grab, let's say I'm making a new 1 minute bullish momentum, and I'm just grabbing this. So let's say I was setting this up, right? I was setting up the one minute bullish momentum, okay? I can just copy this, and then the indicator, I can just, you know, alert, market cipher. Let's see, let's say moving up, right? Light blue wave moving up. Yeah, that's great. And I want it to, in 5 bars, and I want it to move up 2. And to me, that's going to be momentum moving up, right? Let's just say that's what I was doing. So I'm going to drop this here. I'm going to call it this ticker, the indicator, as long as it's programmed, which most of them are, it will just pull this chart. So I could copy and paste this on the Sol chart, and it's going to send it into Sol. If I copy and paste it on the Bitcoin, it's going to do Bitcoin, and, you know, ETH, it's going to do that as well. So that's where this is convenient. There are a few indicators I've run into that won't see ticker. They don't recognize what chart they're on. The actual indicator doesn't recognize what chart. And in that case, you would just type it in manually. And if you're worried about it and you're not sure, just type it in manually. But let's just say I wanted to, if I was on a different chart, I could just, all right, so that's the ticker stuff. There is not a way at the moment to not have the bot. Actually, you know what? I take that back. So let's just say you have your trade open. All right. Let's just say you only want to do one trade. And I think this will work for your entire account, not necessarily per coin. So if you only want one trade open at a time, you can do minimum margin, right? So if I have $100,000 in my account and I trade $10,000 at a time, well, if my minimal margin is, let's see, how would this work logically? If my minimum margin is $91,000, I don't want it to trade, because so if I have no trades open and I have $100,000 available, right? As soon as I take a trade, I'm only going to have $90,000 available, and so the next trade's going to go, well, you have $90,000, so I'm going to wait. You know, obviously you don't have enough margin, and you can adjust that to whatever you want per your account. So that's one way to do it. Available minimum balance. I might have gotten these actually mixed up, but I think either way these will work, right? So minimum available balance, if you had 100,000, you could type in the 91 and trade $10,000 per trade, which is a lot. I don't know if you want to do that. So I actually don't even touch these, and I usually just let my bot take trades like crazy, but that's up to you guys. Oh, here's a new button. Nice. Stuff just shows up, man. Four switch is a ninja. It's awesome. Ladder in. I hadn't even seen this yet. And I've been on here recently trading too. It shows you how tunnel visioned I get sometimes. I probably just went through and boom, 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 and hit this. Just skipped right over it. So, cool. All right. Yeah, we're getting some new stuff. But we are going to have a minimum maximum trade per coin kind of setting in the future coming. So, there's going to be lots of stuff in the future. Let me see what we got. RSI divs can be a bit tricky. I agree with that. I think I turned off my RSI BB by accident. I've just been doing so much stuff. I think I deleted a couple of the alerts and didn't mean to, so it quit working. I'll probably have to go in and troubleshoot that. One of the other things I'm trying to work on for everybody is I'm getting other stuff set up under my what's it called? Whatchamacallit? Under my trade journal. And sign in my trade journal. Welcome, blah blah blah. Add API keys, nothing good. Alright, I don't really have anything in this account right now, so I'm trying to set it up where I'm going to be able to monitor each bot individually that we build together. So like I've got like the super secret sauce, I've got, this account, I've got my Crypto Fusion bots, which these are just like folders, and then inside of it I have stuff. I think I've taken like, a handful of trades with this one, and I just put a tiny bit of money in this, and it's obviously we just paper trade, so it's not even a big deal, right? But these, this is actually from a live account because I don't want the strange wicks for, numbers sake, but we always paper trade for sure. And so on this one, I paid for the full service, so I can get like 1,000 widgets, and I'll be able to monitor each bot individually per coin on profit, P&L, and all kinds of stuff. Now, this is a lot of work because I'm creating a ton of sub accounts and moving money in crypto and setting up, different bot. This is probably going to take me a long time to get going, so don't expect it soon, but it's something I want to be able to provide where we're like, hey, as a community, we built, this 3-hour 200 EMA, like, how's that doing? And I really want to be able to come in here and actually post graphs and charts and, oh, well, we've got 100% close rate, and yeah, right. Stuff like that, but we'll be able to see it, right? Let's actually say this thing closes at 40%, right? But let's say the R to R is a 1 to 4, right? So I risk 1%, but my gains average at 4%, and I close 40%. Well, technically, that's actually a really, really good bot, because it's going to end up making me 4 times the amount I lose each trade, right? So, but we'll be able to see that. We'll be able to look at the graphs. We'll be able to, see what's going on and different things. So, yeah, that's something I'm working on for the community, but it'll probably take me a few weeks to get everything going. That'll just be a way we can monitor that kind of stuff together. So I highly recommend that tool. They give you, you could definitely manage your one account. And what I like about it is you could actually set alarms on yourself that if you go outside of your risk tolerance, it'll actually flash an alarm at you, like when you log in, not like across your screen, and it'll be like, hey, dude, you like risked way too much on this trade, and it kind of dings you for it. So if you're one of those, you can help keep yourself under control. Yeah, I want to build some more J strategies too. As far as the auto, I know Boar Switch is working really hard on that part, and I've got my secret sauce team working. So yeah, I don't know how long that stuff's gonna take, but we're just gonna keep going until till it's ready, for sure. We won't give up on it at all. Yeah, I need to find another J strategy to build. Let's take a quick look at the RSI divergences. I've got some indicators for that. So here's one for example. I don't know about that one. I have to unstar that one actually. I'll look at it later. So yeah, RSI divergences are hard. I did have one for that, but you could even put it together where one reads the RSI, where you could just RSI, simple, relative strength index, bam, just the easy one, right? And then if, for example, this is how I do the momentum. If price is coming down, but RSI is coming up, that's a divergence, right? So let's see, we just recently had an RSI divergence on the 24, and that's, yeah, where was it? I think it was on the reverse RSI. So anyway, so if you're looking for a divergence, oh, actually right here, here it is. We were here, we were way down, then we came down further, but the RSI had come up, right? And actually I took this trade with the bot, did pretty good. I think I got stopped out, I think here, of course, because the bot took some profits and I kind of moved the stop loss a little too high and it came down, stopped me out before the big move. But you know, that happens. I think we caught one of these too with a different bot, but anyway, you could just right click, create an alert, right? The RSI moving up in the past like 10 bars. I want it to be just moving up 3, right? And I'd recommend once per bar close, so that way you get confirmations. You would send this to your indicators and your alert name, relative strength index. You'd get rid of this. You'd come here, you'd create your RSI, right? You go to your webhook settings. You would actually select RSI. You would build one and select the value that it's moving up and how long it's going to last, right? And then at least you would know that you could work with your RSI in that way. Price is here, price is moving down, and it hits, right? Let's say it hits your level, your trade right here, and then you could consider RSI. Are you moving up in the past, depending on what time frame you're on, in the past 19 bars, right? So you could maybe select that in the past 19 bars or 20 bars. Are you moving up or are you moving down, right? So different things you can do. I have alerts running everywhere. I have multiple premium accounts. I've even bothered some other people I know who have accounts, and they've added alerts for me there. And so, I mean, I've definitely stress tested. I did it on purpose. I actually whipped out the old test net. And I use the testnet a lot for actual making sure my bots function the way I want, right? So if I set up a close on blood diamonds, it's probably going to be on my testnet, and I don't care if it wicks out or does weird stuff. I just want to know, do you enter where I ask you to? Do you take profits where you're supposed to? Do you short when I want? Do you long? All that kind of stuff, just functionality. I don't care if the test net looks like, hold on. It drives me crazy, like, for practice trading, but, the test net looks like this. And I'm like, bro, so you get all these false readings like, oh, yeah, I did really well on this short on the test net, but in real life, no. But I don't care, right? Because I just want to see that it works. I want to see the blood diamonds respond the way I want on bar close, once per bar, whatever my stuff is, right? So that helps out a lot. I kind of lost track of what I was saying. Oh yeah, the alerts. No, you can trade as many coins, and the bot does pretty good. I mean, like I said, I stress tested with a lot, and I had so much junk firing, and we have a good server cluster, like, ready for you guys, and ready for you to use it, ready for you to stress it. So, this is I would have liked to have actually seen something like this right here with this. That would have been nice. Maybe we'll get a little whoop, but probably not. I don't know. Don't take any TA away from today. I have not been in the charts doing TA. I've been in the charts doing testing and, you know, alerts and different things like that. So the other thing you guys can do is you can filter your alerts per your active, per current symbol, right? So I can filter it to my current symbol or not, or all of my symbols. Okay, Bitcoin, Sol, Ethereum, whatever. Or I can filter it per the current time frame I'm on. So you can just help see what's, you know, I end up with so many alerts that sometimes like my computer and my internet connection just get really mad at me. And I actually have to close this pane, you know. So if I like have all my alerts running, you see it's like loading. It gets kind of mad and all these alerts are firing and, you know, it's just... You know, if you close it, it just starts going, you know, it just helps it. And then I can open it back up, but the alert log is like, oh, dude, what are you doing, bro? But as you see, stuff just fires everywhere all day long. So usually I keep it filtered, current symbol, current time, so that way I'm only looking at the alerts, but maybe that'll help you guys too. You can also filter them by the newest added, oldest, name, ticker, right? All this kind of stuff. So that's just the way to organize your alerts. And if you've got I have 318 on this account, and the other one, because I was able to slim them down a little bit, so I think I'm actually under 700 alerts right now. So that's good. So yeah, I'm about done with this stream. I just wanted to go over alerts. I wanted to discuss you know, some of the options we have with alerts and how to set them up. I'd recommend you guys come into the announcements and, you know, see kind of the things that Morph Switch is building into it. The delay, right? So you can now set a delay on your signal. So if let's take a look at that real quick, right? And a lot of times these are great, you know, examples, okay? Actually, you know what? Let's say this is a good example, right? Let's just say I'm actually anticipating it coming down and hitting a level, bam, right? Coming down, hitting this level, but then I know, or what I want to happen is for it to do this and then come back down, right? And then have a divergence built. Okay, so if I come down and I hit this, I can actually tell it to delay for however long I want to make sure that the momentum has time, right? So even a better example would be if I had my level right here, right? And it came down, it hit my level, and I want to say, you know, I want to give it 5 minutes. You know, this is a 24-minute candle. Let me give it 5 minutes to see if it's going to be moving up, right? And see if that momentum continues up, because maybe that momentum will start to come down. So then I can have a custom indicator saying, is the momentum up, or, you know, is it moving up or is it moving down? And then in 5 minutes, let's just say, you know, it cuts into this candle opens. So come down and hit, let's just say about right there. Hey, get out of the way. Get out of the way. About right. Goodness. About right here. It's like, let me check. Okay, we're moving up. Momentum's moving up. Let's go. Let's take this trade. Okay, so there's different ways to use that. So you guys can find these things in the announcements. And yes, they will all be built into the website eventually. And everything's looking good. Man, it's just so exciting. My brain's just like on fire. Like, oh, all the stuff we could build. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. So here's the custom indicators. That was awesome. That was big for you guys. So if you have a problem with the database not accepting your indicator and it has this ticker, just try typing in the coin instead of squirrely bracket ticker. Just delete that and the squirrely brackets and type in whatever coin or whatever chart you're on. Just make sure it matches the chart. Because you can fire Sol from Bitcoin, but I don't think you want to do that. So, cool. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon, and I guess it's nighttime where I'm at, so I'm going to go chill, hang out with the family. And yeah, I'm excited. You guys just keep hitting us up in the Discord, and we'll keep working together, and oh yeah, it's going to be good. We'll see you guys in the Discord.